How was your year? It's the end of 2023, and for most people, if you look back and you're being honest with yourself, things didn't quite pan out as you had planned for the year. We're right on the cusp of a new year. And the problem with most people's years is that they don't have the intention behind it. There isn't a plan in place. And we rely so much on New Year's resolutions to get us into a better state. If you're looking to finally make a change, watch this video. I'm going to walk you through the exact process, how you can make 2024 the absolute best year of your life by reinventing you. Before I give you the process for reinventing yourself to a completely new version of yourself that perhaps even your friends and family won't even recognize, I want you to imagine just for a minute a version of you that is absolutely limitless, and yet knowing that you could accomplish anything that you set your mind to. Can you see that? I can see that for you. The challenge is that we don't look at the new year the right way. We're God's highest form of creation. So it's time we start acting like that. And it's time we step into a new year knowing that it's going to be better because we're better. Here's the process. Now, this first part of the process might surprise you. You got to create this space, and that space is called a morning process. You may have heard about it, the miracle morning or get up early or the 5 a.m. club. Here's the deal. It is by far the number one thing that you could possibly do to make your life better in 2024 and then beyond. And the reason is this, because when you create space for personal growth and development in your life, you have such an advantage over your competition. You have such an advantage over the previous version of yourself. There's no greater tool in your tool belt than to put more in here, put more in here, put more in here, and then go into the world, a better version of yourself. So what does that morning process look like? I want to break it down for you quickly, and I've done other videos on it. I'll actually link the morning process video right here, and then you can click on that if you want to take a look at it after this video. But the morning process is broken down into steps. You have to be intentional about this. Okay, here's step number one. It's super critical. You've heard me talk about this before, but it's a morning process. This is where it all begins, because without a morning process, where else are you going to fit in everything else? It begins here. It begins here. This is where you have a chance to work on yourself. And what do you do during your morning process? Well, first of all, you get up earlier than you normally would. Just create an hour of time for yourself so you can work on yourself spiritually, meditate and pray, read, bring new information in so you can bring new information to your world, to your clients, to your business, to your family. Use affirmations. Say your goals out loud. Say them so that you can embed that into your subconscious mind. Visualize. See yourself doing the thing that you would do if you had it. See those goals so vividly and clearly in every single day. Exercise. Exercise your body. Move your body for 30 minutes a day. This is such a critical piece. The endorphin release is magnificent. You show up with high energy. If you're in sales, you can transfer that energy to people that you're looking to influence in a positive way. And finally, gratitude. Express your gratitude. I use a gratitude journal. I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day. It's amazing. It gives you a chance to reflect on the who. Who are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Something here, something there, and something way over there. So do a close by and far away process. That's the miracle morning. Okay, step number 2 are goals. We are designed by our creator to move towards things. And this is where most people get it wrong. They set what's called New Year's resolutions. You've heard of a New Year's resolution. You wait till, January 1st. You're like, okay, I should do something different this year. You write down the goal real fast. But there's 3 types of goals. There's A goals, B goals, and C type goals. I'm going to advocate towards the C type goals only. The difference between the 3 is an A goal is something you've already done and you know how to do. A B goal is a tiny little stretch. Maybe you just have to do a little bit more. But a C goal, here's where the magic is. You ready? A C goal does the following 4 things. Number 1 is you've never done it before. So this is new to you. You haven't done this thing before. It's brand new to you. Number 2 is you don't have all the answers. You don't know how to do it. You can't plot it out on a piece of paper. Super critical. This is an important goal that has to change you in the process. Number 3 is it scares you a little bit, but excites the hell out of you. You jump out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning without an alarm clock. This has to be something that is so super important to you. There has to be deep why underneath these types of goals. And number 4 is it causes growth in the process. Once you have it, once you're doing it, you are a different version of yourself than when you started. I recommend 2 types of goals. One is a personal goal. This is something that's unique to you and it has to fit those 4 criteria. And then a business goal. Step it up. Don't just do something that's, 5% more than you did last year. In fact, it's been proven that 10xing a goal is easier than doubling a goal. Take your goals, business and personal, and write them on a goal card. I carry around my goal card with me in my pocket, and it looks something like this. It's laminated, and I highly recommend that you do the same. Why do you put it in your pocket? Well, because you know what's on there. Number 3, level up your self-image to match the goal. What do I mean by that? Is we have a set point. Our self-image is like the thermostat on the wall. If it's set at 70 degrees, but those goals you just wrote down are more like 90-degree goals. I told you to 10x it. Well, clearly you have an image of yourself that is in alignment with your current results. So in order to go to 90, we need to ratchet that up. Here's how you do that. This is the shortest way I can tell you. Write down the attributes of 2 people that you admire that are doing the thing that you want to do or have the thing that you want to have. Got it? Write those people down. You respect them and you trust them. You trust what they're up to. They're up to good work. They're doing great things in the world. There's a whole list of things you could do there. Write down 2 of their best attributes that you can come up with for each individual. Now, I want you to merge those attributes, put them together so you have the best of each one of those people. Now you have 4 attributes that you're going to install in yourself each and every day. So then every single morning, you're going to affirm those 4 components and you're going to look in the mirror and recite your goals. So you have your goals. Now you have the image to match the goal. You've got to reinforce this every single morning when you wake up. And then when you go to bed at night, do the same thing. As you're falling asleep, right before you're falling asleep, recite your goals over and over again. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am having those 2 goals in the front, and then flip it around and just repeat as a mantra. Your personality attributes, your self-image adjusters, I like to say. That's how you do it. Number 4, write a letter to your future self. We're going to cement this in. Take what you've learned so far about the goal setting process and vision yourself as the future version of yourself. You're going to push this out to the end of next year. Write a letter to yourself, the future you, December 2024. And write down what you're doing. Write down what you've accomplished. And thirdly, probably the most important thing that you can do with this letter to your future self, because you're going to open it up at the end of the year, is write down what you're committing to. What actions are you going to take? What changes are you going to make in your life? What are you committed to removing from your life so that you can have the space to step into this great new version that you've just created? Number 4.5, upgrade your environment. You've heard this before, but we become the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So who are you spending the most time with? Then look at your income level, look at your level of happiness, look at your body weight, look at your body image, look at your bank account balance. All of that usually is a pretty good assortment of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. It's time to upgrade yourself. And the best way to do that, upgrade your reality by upgrading your environment. So here are the 5 steps. Number 1 is create a rock solid morning process. I gave you those 5 steps. Number 2 is goals, personal goal, business goal. Number 3, level up your self-image so it matches the goal. Number 4, write that letter to yourself, put it in an envelope and seal it. Better yet, do a YouTube video, record yourself talking to yourself, the future version of you, and schedule it to go out to the world 1 year from today. And then lastly, upgrade your environment. Spend time with more people who will uplift you. If you follow these 4.5 steps, I promise you, you will reinvent yourself in such a way that your friends, your family, your community will hardly recognize you. And you will likely have to look back at the 12 months version of you 12 months ago with a telescope because you've gone so far. Go out and make 2024 the best year of your life.